Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 3. Hello, Jamie. Hi, Erik.
Hi, Lisa. Erik says, "What's up, everyone?"
Of course he does. Erik, I'm going to start out with an odd question. Tell me about spontaneous combustion. What's up with that?
When you said odd question, he leaned forward. He's sitting in front of the camera this time, so I don't have to turn my head. And he put his elbows on his knees, and he took the hat he's wearing, and he just kind of like goofy, total goofy hat, and turned it to the side so the bill. Sorry, we're bantering, and it's inappropriate. Spontaneous combustion, please. Get on track. Where? He says, "There's no magic up in here." He doesn't even have long sleeves on, but he's pretending like he does. But spontaneous combustion is real. What do you think about that?
All right. So it's a form of death, so what exactly happens that goes wrong?
Hey, he goes, "What makes you think that it's wrong?"
Well, what makes it different from other forms of death? The separation of the soul from the body. Is that part of what it is? It's just different? Plus, it's wrong when you're the one that's being burnt to death, so...
Hey, he goes, no, man. If you're leaving that way, you totally signed up for that. The way he's explaining it is when you're driving a car and you put on the brakes. And there's different ways to put on the brakes. You can ease on them. You can be that choppy breaker. Or if you're going at big speeds, you just slam it and you lock it down and you skid and you burn. Smoke comes up everywhere and your car is just totally wondering what the hell you're doing. Spontaneous combustion is almost as if the body doesn't recognize what the soul is doing, and it's shutting down all systems. But he's talking about it creating a friction and a heat. He's comparing it to like a chemical reaction. Yes, I'm paraphrasing. Cut me some slack. Apparently the floor is yours, Elisa.
Well, is it something about the way it disconnects from the cells?
He's saying that's what creates the friction.
And how does the friction work there? It's not like rubbing your hands together.
No, it's more of the energy moves so quickly that it creates this side force of pressure and heat. Thank you. He says, keeping it simple.
Oh, okay, good. Well, thank you for dumbing it down for us. Now, if you have this experience of painful death, and some people, I guess, do sign up for that because they do want to, I mean, they've never experienced a painful death and they want to see what it's like. Do you remember it?
He's kind of harping on your question.
Oh boy, here we go. Cut me some slack too, Erik.
Because he says, when you said some people just sign up for it because maybe they haven't experienced it. He goes, yeah, or they were just a total dick in their life, and that's how they needed to end their life, with that exclamation mark of getting, hit hard. He goes, but again, I'm not speaking about anyone specific. I'm just talking in general. Sometimes he can put on kind of a dorky kind of a voice where like he drops his tone and he pulls out his words long like that.
I can see that. I remember he used to do that.
But yes, some people can absolutely remember all the pain associated with their death, 100%. And they sign up for it. They want to. They need to. That's like some women can actually remember the pain of childbirth. he's meaning that the woman is giving the birth, and that woman can opt to remember everything about it, or it's just a process, and when people talk about it, they go, oh, I remember it being uncomfortable, but, I survived. And he said, in general, that's a lot of what we get on this side, where he is, that if they've had a painful death, a physically painful death, most of the time it's, yeah, I remember it being awful, but, I survived. And so they don't linger on it. But there are a handful of cases where they remember every detail of the suffering, not being able to breathe, feeling the pain inside of their body, and it's keeping a lesson alive that they need to recall. It was part of the act of them learning or remembering.
Well, why is that? Why would that be a lesson? What are they trying to learn?
Well, he said it could be physical boundaries. It could be strictly just the concept of pain, because we don't have that here in these other dimensions that we reside in. It's almost sick enough to say that it's a novelty. He just yelled out, hey, kitty, kitty.
Oh, I know. Ringo's being a pest. Be quiet, Ringo.
He's
Sorry.
yelling out, that's my boy.
Yeah. Oh, that boy. So, for example, there's no emotional connection with the memories of the painful death. Like, oh my God, that was awful. Oh.
Yeah, he said it's crazy. You recall it, you remember how it felt, and you can connect to that pain, but it doesn't carry on inside of you, not in the higher dimensions. It's more of like a book that you read.
Okay.
You can really connect with the character, remember the story, and put yourself in their shoes, but you're not constantly in that character's shoes because you're you.
Okay. Let's go on to the last question of this part. If people are unconscious before they pass over, are they aware of those around them?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yes. I love that reaction. That was very 16-year-old girl of you.
Uh-oh, you turned all blurry. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go.
That was very 16-year-old girl of him to shout, oh, God. Yes. Yes. Because it's so sad that people in general think that if someone's in a coma or that they're unconscious, whether they were knocked unconscious or they have a lack of oxygen that made them unconscious, that they're not comprehending the environment that's around them, who's come in, what's been said. Commonly, again, just speaking in general, when you're in that state of mind, it's not that you remember every single word that has been said to you or around you, but you recall all the emotional values and quality of that emotion that's around you. And it's not that when you're in a coma or subconscious that your perspective narrows in. He's doing this. But it's all of a sudden that you have a greater viewpoint and a greater insight of the entire room, beyond that room. So really what you're doing is you're seeing multi-layers of dimensions beyond what human beings mostly work within. You're experiencing all of that, which heightens your sensation, much like meditation. People say that when you go into deep meditation, your head wants to think, oh, you go inward and you go deep within yourself, but really your brain kind of gets big and you get expansive. That's what being unconscious, knocked unconscious, passing out, fainting, coma state provides for the person. It's almost like survival mode.
Interesting. Anything else on that?
Yeah, he says, if you know someone who's in that state of mind, stop talking to their ass and start giving them emotions. He goes, man, that will resonate loud and clear.
Will it help them get out of a coma, for example, or not? Or is that just the physical, the brain thing?
Yeah, in some circumstances it can help them come out of a coma. He goes, but mostly I'm saying it so that you can communicate clearer to your loved one or whomever is in front of you in that circumstance.
Okay, Erik. Anything else before we close?
No, he's doing whatever this is.
Okay.
Peace out. Peace out.
All right, Eric, Jamie, I love y'all. Stay tuned for part 4.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.